I, 20F, and my girlfriend 19F, have been together for 8 months. It's my first WLW relationship, and though I've been warned by mutual friends that she can be a bit too much, as in she's known for being manipulative, possessive, and cheating in relationships, I decided to see for myself, as I genuinely have a bond with her and don't see why I should listen to others when I love a person. However, this relationship has been quite the emotional roller coaster, and I found myself accepting a lot of things I had made a point not to accept in any relationship before her, and it feels like I have been losing myself in an attempt to make her happy. Now, there have been a few months since we could go 2 days without having a conflict or a fight, and most of the time it's her getting upset over a small thing and making it very obvious to everyone surrounding us at the moment. This ends up becoming a 3 to 4 hour fight, where I'm being accused of not loving her, etc., and most of the times ends with both of us crying and making up. Now, about 2 weeks prior, I was out with some ex-co-workers. For context, I quit the job as I couldn't see eye to eye with most people, mostly because I was missing a lot of gatherings due to her being jealous and not wanting to upset her, and at about 4 a.m., she calls me while we were eating. I decided not to answer and talk to her the next morning, as I genuinely did not think I could handle having to over-explain myself on why I was still out, and frankly I felt a bit embarrassed, as the last time and the first time she met them, she caused a scene by leaving early, and I had to do the same. After calling me multiple times, she apparently got the phone number of one of them, who's also a long-term friend of mine that ironically had warned me about her, and called her. She answered the phone, not knowing whose number it was, and we panicked and told her I was home. So, we all jumped in the car to take me home, and I remembered that she had my location. When I opened the location app to turn mine off, I saw her speeding to my house. I got very panicked, picked up the call, and admitted I wasn't home but on the way. As I was driving home, all my friends were telling me how this wasn't okay, and trying to calm me down. Basically, she was waiting outside my house, put her hands on the car, and began to comment ironically on every single person that was there, and one of my male coworkers, 22M, and also a friend of mine, defended me and tried to calm me down, which she quickly turned personal by being very disrespectful towards him. I left the car, told all of them goodbye, and said I'd manage the situation myself. I was trying to get home, but she somehow convinced me to go inside my neighbor's/her friend's house with her and talk. This talk turned to us fighting till 7 a.m. and me missing the curfew my parents had set. Now I can't explain how I turned from being apologetic and trying to explain I only meant everything as a white lie, because I was honestly done with her causing fights every time I was out, whether with her or other people, to feeling like the worst person ever and having multiple panic attacks. She told me I was disgusting, a liar and a cheater, and basically berated me for hours. Eventually, she convinced me to block every guy that was there that night. I tried very hard to fix things, but however dumb this may sound, it felt as if she didn't smile or hug me or forgive me at the moment, I would simply die. Dramatic, I know. The next day, I was talking to the friend of mine 19F who had picked up the phone, and she sent a video of me and one of the guys there where I was sitting on top of him while he was doing push-ups. I really did mess up there, but we all had done the same thing, even the guys, in a row, and filmed it for the giggles. I immediately apologized and we talked it out, but she blocked my friend as well. This really stung, as I firmly believe romantic issues should be resolved within us too, and blocking people that did nothing wrong is just something unnecessary. Not to mention, it's immature, and it makes me feel very disrespected that it's one of many times that she has dictated what I do and who I stay with. A part of me wants to be with her so bad that I accept that, and it feels as though no matter how many times I tell her it's wrong, the situation gets so emotional and huge that I give in. I talked to her and told her it was a non-negotiable. I apologized and said it was all my fault, that she was free to break up, but I was not going to be the person that she dictates who I block and who I don't for. I told her she should trust me or break up with me, because this has gotten way out of hand. She said breaking up is not on the table and will never be, but continued to guilt-trip me for days. So about 6 days have passed since we were talking on the phone, and I had people over. By people I mean my cousin. I live with my parents. She was out at a rave, and I fell asleep on the couch and woke up at 1 a.m. I texted her and I realized she had blocked me everywhere. This was honestly the last straw, but I still tried to talk it out, told her we should talk when she feels better, and that I was sorry, but after getting multiple texts telling me I was horrible and listing everything we had already talked about, I blocked her on the messaging app. She called me. I picked up to be met with silence, so I just didn't reply. 2 days passed by, and I felt so much better until I started to text her on Snapchat. I missed her. I saw that she was staying out till 3 a.m., sleeping at randoms' houses and more, and that did make me feel like poop. Anyways, I was at my best friend's house, and she texted me, demanding to know who I was with. Mind you, before I had ever texted her on Snapchat, so she knew I was mad. The next day, I joked around a bit with her, and she was at some random house at 2 a.m. I texted her asking where she was, and she told me she was at this random girl's house, some friend of hers I had only met once, and that she hadn't seen since forever. She was acting really rude, and I snapped. Broke up with her. She called once or twice and posted stories saying the other girl should wake up so they can smoke W33D, posting her asleep, and whatever. I was very upset. 2 days afterwards, I met up with her to break up, but I couldn't. Now, during the time I thought we were going to break up, I bought plane tickets to visit my best friend in the entire world. I also planned to come back a day after her birthday, as I just couldn't bear to be here and not go. When we met up, I just folded. She kissed me, told me she missed me, apologized, and started talking about us, and I just couldn't get my thinking straight. So I told her that I didn't want to lose her, but that I had come here to break up and had organized a trip on the dates I have. She immediately started crying and told me to cancel it. I told her we could celebrate together after her birthday, but she told me she wasn't celebrating it anymore and accused me of wanting to meet my ex, who lives in the same state my best friend does. I told her the decision had been made and I couldn't go back on my best friend, or myself, as she knows I have been going through very hard times. Her best friend texted me yesterday asking if I was just making her a surprise for her birthday. I haven't answered. I feel horrible, and my friends keep telling me it's not my fault, and for me to enjoy my time there, get her something, and celebrate literally the day afterwards. I can't help but feel stuck. I have no idea if I'm being horrible, but I genuinely can't forgive her so quickly. Ida?